one is as synonymous with the mystery and the macabre such as he. And it might be the reason why his work tends to dwell in those dark corners of our literary conscience. But still, he being as famous as he is today, the literary giant that he is now, not that many people back then were itching for the newest Poe book, and so Poe became very Poe. You don't have to laugh when you say that shit, but sure, we have that answer, along with a lot of loss, and pain, and sickness, and suffering, and much death that surrounded him in his life. But all of that has brought us to you to bring you 4 creative adaptations of some of his very best work. And these creative adaptations come with some deliciously handcrafted cocktails for your pleasure. The first one you have now in your hands, or in your livers, is the Pale Blue Eye, with notes of citrus and blueberry and a lot of vodka. It pairs well with our first story. Well, it's actually a tale. One could say it's a telltale that we intend to tell all of you from the heart. Now, when you hear a heartbeat, and you will hear a heartbeat, you are welcome, inclined, encouraged to join. It'll sound something like this. Your turn. Very good. Freddie Mercury's taught you well. Please give a warm welcome for your first storytelling, The Telltale Heart.
True, I am nervous. Very dreadfully nervous. But how can you say that I'm mad? You've only had one drink, my friend. Listen and observe, and how calmly I can tell you the whole story. It is impossible to say when the idea entered my mind, for I suppose I love the old man. He had never wronged me. I think it was his eye. Yeah, that was it. He had the eye of a vulture, a pale blue thing with a film over it, and every time it fell upon me, well, my blood ran cold. So one day I decided, as one does, to kill the old man and be rid of the eye forever. Oh, you still think me mad? Well, you should have seen me. How wisely I went to work. I mean, I was never kinder to the old man than the week leading up to when I killed him. Every night, at midnight, I would ever so cautiously open the door to his bedroom chamber as to not disturb his sleep. And then I would carefully light my lantern so that a thin ray of light fell right on the vulture eye. I did this for 7 long nights. But every time I entered the room, well, I found that the eye was closed, making it impossible to do the deed to kill the old man and his evil eye. I mean, whatever, it's fine. On the 8th night, I again ever so cautiously opened the door, and again I lit my lantern. But perhaps this time he heard me, for there was a rustling in the bed, and a moment or two later he sprang up and asked, "Who's there?" I didn't move a muscle, and I stayed quiet for a whole hour. He too stayed there, sat up in the bed, listening, just as I had done night after night. Oh, he could neither hear nor see me, but he could feel my presence there. And that was when I decided to make a small crack in my lantern so that a thin beam fell right on the accursed eye. And that was when I heard it. It was the old man's heartbeat, and he grew louder and louder. His terror must have been extreme as it grew quicker and quicker. I thought his heart might burst from his chest. And then a new fear seized me. What if it was so loud that the neighbors could hear it? The old man's time had come. I leaped into the room with a yell. The old man shrieked once, just once. I then pulled the old man from the bed onto the floor, and I pressed the heavy bed right on top of him. Oh, I could still hear it. It was ever so slight, but still it was there. And then the old man was dead, and his evil eye would taunt me no more. And if you still think me mad, well, you will no longer. Once I tell you of the clever way that I conceal the body. Okay. All right, first, I dismembered the corpse, limb by limb, and then I cleaned it up real nice. And then I took 3 floorboards from his bedroom chamber floor, and I placed him neatly inside. And I replaced the 3 floorboards flush, so that no eye, not even his, could detect anything wrong. It was then at the 4 a.m. bell I heard a knock at the door. When I went to go answer, for what did I have to fear? As I opened the door, 3 gentlemen introduced themselves as the police, saying that a neighbor heard the shriek in the night, nosy bastard. Well, I welcomed them in, for again, what did I have to fear? Oh, I bade them search where? The shriek, oh, it was mine in a dream. I took them from room to room to room, even took them to his bedroom chamber, showed them all of his, oh God, all of his treasures, secure, undisturbed. The old man himself, well, he's out of the country, down under. In the enthusiasm of my confidence, I even brought chairs into the room. Bade them rest, you must be fatigued. And my chair, well, I placed it right on top of the old man. And we sat and we chatted of familiar things. My calm demeanor had convinced them. And they smiled and they laughed and after a moment or two, I began to feel myself growing pale, and there was a ringing in my ear, and my head began to ache, and suddenly I wanted them gone. And then I began to speak in a louder tone and with more fluency, and still they smiled and still they laughed. Why would they not leave? Oh, I must have grown very pale. I began to speak in a faster pace and with more vernacular, and still they smiled. And still they smiled. And still they smiled. And still. Can they not hear it? Still they smile. Still they smile. Can they really not hear it? Smile, 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 smile. Can you really not hear it? No, 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 no. They heard. They suspected. They know. You all know. Villains. Villains. Villains! All of you making a mockery of my horror. All right. All right. I admit the deed. Here, tear open the floorboards. For here is the beating of his hideous heart.